and standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Spurs leading by 4. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have." The long term is never being questioned. Kevin, back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's McCollum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. McCollum's got 6 points.
Phenomenal at realizing when to shoot from that mid-range, and McCollum becoming a master at that mid-range. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Harper. It's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Johnson. Bank shot, no good.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Bryant outside. Here's Harper. Shot clock at 6. Bryant drives in. Here's Johnson. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. McCollum, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harper, no good. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. Stay with us as we get... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
De'Aaron Fox, RJ, isn't the only member of his family that can shoot the ball. His wife's pretty good, too.
Oh, you're right about that. His wife played Division I basketball at 2 big-time schools. She's pretty good in her day, and De'Aaron wears number 4 to honor her.
Count that one. Reza Shay's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Well, Reza Shea has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
And Harper slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. Kispert on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Kispert's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Wembanyama. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Reza Shea with it. In the corner, it's Landale. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Reza Shea. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And as he gets more experience in the league, Reza Shea will improve the attack.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Wembanyama's got 8.
And you don't anticipate a guy over 7 feet tall pulling up and drilling a shot like that.
Pass to Okongwu. Outside, Kuminga. 5 on the clock. And Kuminga throws it down.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Pass to Okongwu. And the 3 ball is good. Okongwu's now got his second basket.
He had such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Atlanta leading by 4. And one thing, Richard, you note about this Spurs organization is their stability.
Yeah, the same governorship for 3 decades. The front office has been in place for almost as long. Now Mitch Johnson has taken over as coach, but it was a smooth transition, not a big shakeup.
And the Spurs making a change here. And stolen by Okongwu. McCollum, no good.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Vassell wide open. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
That's a key shot by Vassell. He is very good at those corner threes, and that'll stretch the defense out.
And then Johnson with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 5. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
Capitalizing inside with ease. Wemby is just so skilled down in this area.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Wembanyama. A second chance effort. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Wembanyama attacking. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead, up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Spurs trail by 3. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And stolen by Wembanyama. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, Wembanyama, too easy.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers. I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
You gotta love how scrappy De'Aaron Fox is. No matter what kind of challenges he faces in a game, he's never giving less than his all.
And that one's good. Reza Shea.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Vassell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Reza Shea.
He's so quick. The only chance you have against Fox is to give him tons of space.
And truly, RJ, some luck for the Spurs in recent drafts.
Yeah, they've jumped into the top 4 in 3 straight lotteries. And with 2 straight Rookie of the Years, they've done a good job with those picks.
Kuminga with a wide open look. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
For bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Atlanta leading by 6. Out to the wing. Here's Landale. Off target from outside. Pass to Champagnie. Now Castle. In the corner, it's Cornette. Stolen by Kispert. And stolen by Castle. Poked away. It's stolen by Kuminga. Heel bounce pass.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, he knew what was on his mind.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Spurs trail by 8. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
A big night for Wembanyama is a career night for most players.
And the basket by McCollum.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Yeah, letting it rip. We're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Wembanyama.
The problem with Wemby is how do you guard someone that doesn't have to jump to dunk?
Here's McCollum. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Wow.
The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Kuminga's got 9 points here in the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fox, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 17-point lead, their biggest. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. Pass to Vassell. Shoots over Kuminga.
In the city, I'm the one they want to talk about. I just did another 100 on a pop out. I've been balling fact. And it's a broad day, bag taste, money coming in, I need a cheesecake, cash. Shorty on the one, she wanna eat like crab cake. Feel like Ice Cube, I can't never have a bad day. It's a rat race, when I skirt off, I pull up to like a drag race. It's a spaceship, I don't need a valet. All I know is run it up, I need my bag straight. Yeah, ayy. Said he drop it low, she was like, trying.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Wembanyama. And he banks in the layup. And you'd like to say these teams are playing well coming in. But that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, they are struggling. And tonight is a big-time opportunity. One of these teams is going to leave here with a much-needed win. He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Back to Embiid. From the corner.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Wembanyama. It's hauled in by George.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Now Embiid. Clock at 6. Embiid the screen. Maxey, no good. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. 4-point game. And truly, RJ, some luck for the Spurs in recent drafts.
Yeah, they've jumped into the top 4 in 3 straight lotteries. And with 2 straight Rookie of the Years, they've done a good job with those picks.
Fast break, here they come. A shot by Champagnie, no good. And now the fast break, and Embiid with the ball. Outside, George. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Castle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Richard, after winning Rookie of the Year, expectations are high for Stephon Castle.
He's got great two-way potential and the work ethic to meet that potential. He showed a lot of growth just in his first season.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought it in.
The 76ers off to a slow start. They trail by 7. George with no one around. No good on the 3. And now Philadelphia on the break. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Here's Champagnie. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And that one's good, George.
And George, such a confident player. He's also terrific at recognizing when he's in his zone.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Guys, back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Johnson outside. From deep, Bryant.
He just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Back to Maxey. Shoots from 12. Bryant with the rebound. Spurs leading by 7. Barnes left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Wasted no time on that one. Barnes has got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. And that one's good. George.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And here's Harper from the arc. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. It's stolen by Johnson. Puts up a three. No good on the last second attempt there. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs lead by 6. And we'll be back in just 17. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Here's Edgecombe. Push up that time, not on target. Spurs leading by 6. Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Pass to Barnes. Nice move. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Good things happen when HB drives that lane. He's either a bully to the basket or he gets to the line.
The wide open look here for Fox. They grabbed their own miss.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Explosive in that painted area. Edgecombe can just rise above any type of resistance.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Outside Harper. To the paint. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's Embiid. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Harper. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. The 76ers trail by 10. And the plan going into last season for the Sixers, Richard, was win now around their veterans. Now they have some great younger talent, too.
And with the health of Embiid and Paul George, a change to the younger players is not a bad idea, but it's still a tough decision.
The kick out to Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Short trip to the rim for Wembanyama. That's a nice finish.
Harper with the ball. Picked up by Edgecombe. And Fox gets it to go.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Embiid wide open. Drops one in from the wing.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. Now Johnson. Beyond the arc. Edgecombe with the steal. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And stolen by Barnes. It's deflected. And that's on a bounce. San Antonio will retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Vassell. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
More Vassell scores inside, the more it frees up his mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Maxey outside. Lets the three fly. Vassell grabs the board. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama left side. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first half of play. It's San Antonio as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And will return shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. When you look at the recent big threes in the NBA, RJ, it seems like they failed more than they've succeeded.
That's because some teams just acquire stars without considering how their games will complement each other, often forcing guys into a role that they're not suited for.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Kevin?
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Vassell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Vassell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Going inside. And oh, he jams it right over Kelly Oubre. Wow.
Look, you want to talk about taking flight. Right there, Vassell, that's what he did.
Left side, George. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Another miss by Philadelphia. Wembanyama with it. Maxey.
One step forward, 2 steps back.